Hello everybody, I think you kinda already know who it is by now. It's the fucking Chiz Lord, as you can tell by the name on the screen. And today, I'm gonna help out some of you Elden Ring newbies here by giving you a top 10 Elden Ring tips video to help you guys get started. This isn't just a get started, this could also be for like if you're like mid-game or whatever. These are just general tips, you know. You could probably pick up a lot of this stuff just fucking playing the game or like just watching any video, but hey, you know, I just wanted to give back, you know, since I platinumed the game already, and I wanted to give back. But before we start, check out the description of this video. This is a cool channel called Relevance. I have it with my friend, you know, it's super funny, super fun. So if you guys clicked on that, check that out, that'd be great. But anyways, I don't want to spend too much time on that. You know, make sure to like, subscribe also. You know, it's kind of fucking gay. I don't want to fucking hold on this. But anyways, let's fucking get into it. Alright, top 10 Elden Ring tips. Here we go, guys. Number 10. Number 10. 10. Strength is the meta. Strength is fucking awesome. Just first, look at this first image here. Look at that. Look at that cool ass fucking hammer, okay? Strength is a lot of damage, fast, it staggers enemies. It's probably the best spell to do in the game. There's no other build better than Strength. Strength is great. It's the meta. You know, you see you got the cool greatsword here. That's one of the legendary weapons of the game. It's really cool. It's based off the Iron Throne from Game of Thrones. It's amazing. A really, really solid weapon. Really good, really fun to use. You also just have that big old fucking huge giant slab of stone right there. That's probably the most pure strength weapon out there. It's great. It's real fun. You know, strength has always been great in all the Dark Souls games, and nothing changed here. Strength is still, as always, the meta. It's great. Now, next on number 9. Let Fia hold you. See this girl? You might have heard a few memes about her. You might have seen her in Round Table Hold. You want to let her hold you. Because, you know, it's great. You know, you might think, oh, why would I want to do that? Well, it gives you this really cool blessing called Baldakin's Blessing, where if you use it, it raises your poise, which is really good if you're in a boss fight or whatever. There's no downsides. It's great. It's just a nice little item to use. You can get as much as you want. The only downside, really, though, is you have to keep coming back for her. But hey, you know, you get to be held, you know? You get to have a hug. You know, who doesn't like hugs? You know? It's great. It's good. Warms the soul, warms the body because she's hugging you, you know? It's great. Everything is great about it. There's nothing bad about it at all. It's amazing. She's probably one of my favorite characters, actually. You know, I love Fia. She's awesome. Most well-written character in all of Elden Ring, right? She's great. Now, number 8. Avoid the Rivers of Blood Katana. You may have heard of this weapon. It's a katana. It looks really cool, but you really want to avoid it, okay? This weapon, it looks cool, but it sucks, alright? This is probably one of the worst weapons in the game, okay? Absolute dog. It's horrible. You know, as you can see here, the only cool ability it does is a slash, I guess. You know, which I guess is fine. It looks cool. It looks awesome. It's like, whoa, you know, blood. It really doesn't do that much damage. You know, it doesn't really stagger very well. You know, and it's the way you're angling, the strike is angled, like, there's really no point for that big of a strike because it's really going to be able to hit 1 to 2 enemies, you know? And so, you know, that's really only a one-person enemy kind of thing, you know? But due to its extremely low damage, there's really no point. The only really good thing to this is that it applies a status effect called Blood Loss. But Blood Loss itself is not very good. It's actually pretty bad. It's one of the worst status effects to inflict on an enemy, and it's probably one of the easiest to survive. I mean, it's basically like getting slapped by a wet napkin, you know? It's really fucking just easy as shit, you know? It kind of sucks. Not that good. It looks great. It looks cool. I've heard some decent things about it on PvP, but nothing that good, you know? It's just not that good. If this is your first Souls title, I would suggest kind of avoiding it. Alright. Number 7. Level your stats evenly. you want to make sure everything's nice and even and balanced. You know, you might be confused about what to level and stuff, as seeing this is kind of that's what you see when you go into stats. Alright, it's a bunch of numbers, a bunch of shit coming at you right in your face. It's real confusing. But just simply, you see the stuff on near the left, near the bottom. You know, it says attribute points. Yeah, just kind of even those out perfectly. You know, some you might want to higher a bit first, but you mainly want to keep everything nice and even. That would be great, because right there, L armament 1 through 3 and L armament 1 through 3. They gave you a bunch of slots for weapons and shields and a bunch of other shit. They gave you that for a reason, you know? There's a reason you have all those slots, because they want you to have a variety of weapons. You want to have a variety of weapons to be able to adapt to any area or enemies you may encounter in your travels in the lands between. Also, if you haven't seen this yet, there's actually hidden dialogue with the handmaiden girl, you know, that gives you the horse. That actually, she has hidden dialogue in which she literally tells you you cannot, or you shouldn't, make an attribute too powerful, because that will make you unbalanced and make the game much more difficult. Now, sadly, I'm not too good at editing, so I can't bring that video up, but you can look that up on YouTube and you can find the audio clip of her saying that. Trust me, you know? I'm just out for your best interest. Now, it's time for number 5. Use Torrent to negate fall damage. Torrent is a super cool horse, alright? Look at him, he's awesome, he's got horns, you know, he's got a little saddlebag, he's a really cool looking horse, you know, and he's really good at, you know, making it go around faster, you know? Here's him in the game itself, not just the art. You know, he's a great horse. But one of the abilities he has here is called the double jump. He has a double jump. Now, you may be thinking, oh, you know, what's so special about that? Well, when jumping off a cliff, if you double jump right before you hit the ground, you will negate all fall damage. And this is really good for skipping certain areas, getting around faster. Just in general, you're really going to want to use this, because it's really, really good. It's amazing. You have to use this. It's great. Next, number 4, talk to Kastak. In your travels, you're going to come across the castle. Stormvale, I think the name is. I'm not so sure. Stormvale Castle is pretty difficult. It's home to the first shard bearer or demigod. You know, and it's really hard. It's full of knights and grafted enemies and all kinds of crazy stuff. You know, it's real hard. But there's a really helpful person there to help you out. And his name is Kastak. He's, you know, he's a really cool looking character. He looks great. He's awesome looking. He talks to you, and he tells you about the second secret way into the castle. But he will also, if you don't want to take the secret way, he will also open up the main way and allow you to go through there, though it's much more difficult. He's a great NPC. Even once you clear the castle and kill the boss, he will end up being a vendor to you, and he'll sell you a lot of really great important items. All in all, he's a very good, beloved NPC. You know, everyone loves him. He's great. But there are certain people on the internet who like to spread bad rumors about him. They like to say that, oh, he'll steal your stuff. He'll do all these things. He'll lock you in a room. All these crazy accusations. But you know what these people are? Crooks and liars. That's what they are. Trying to mislead you, the good beginner, just trying to get into the Soulsborne series via Elden Ring. And trying to enjoy Miyazaki and George R.R. Martin's great work, and they're trying to stop you. And I'm not going to let that happen. Because that image on the right, that's what they are. Nothing but crooks. That's what I say. Next, This is a big one. But this is also more for mid to late game here. Don't let him solo her. There's a boss that you'll come across called Melania. You know, she's a very difficult boss. But rumor around, and not just rumors, but there's evidence that there's a player named Let Me Solo Her that goes around with the Rivers of Blood. You know how I feel about that. And the Moonveil Katana, which is also, He wears a paw on his head, and he basically will solo the boss for players, you know, to make it easier for him, because it's a very difficult boss, and he himself claimed that he had a very difficult time with it when he played. Now, you know, everyone loves this guy. He's kind of become a folklore hero, as you can see by this meme here. There's a lot more of those. Everyone loves this guy. You know, he's great. He helps me with the hard boss. What's so bad about him? Chiz? What the heck, man? Well, my friend, one thing you don't know about him? That's right. He's a Russian hacker. Bent on stealing your IP when he's in your game. You don't want to trust this guy. He will steal your IP, and he will, you know, download all your data, and he'll sell it to a bunch of crazy, weird dark web dudes. It's not good. Not good at all. You really don't want to trust this guy. His intentions seem pure, but don't trust me. Don't mess with him. Also, rumor has it, he's been dealing in, you know, a little CP, if you know what I mean. He ain't no good. He's no good. If he goes into your game, get rid of him immediately. Do not trust this guy. Next, number 2. Don't use the round table hold blacksmith. You may be thinking, oh, Chiz, why? Why don't you use him? Well, I mean, he'll actually overcharge you. You know, when you go to a different blacksmith, you know, there's a few of them in the game, you go to him, you'll notice that his prices are always almost double what the other blacksmiths charge. Which, in late game, when it costs a very big, pretty penny to upgrade a high-level weapon, that double will add up exponentially. And also, just look at this guy. I mean, ew, God. He's got barnacles growing on him and mushrooms. This guy's just plain nasty, you know? This guy's no good. You don't want to be messing with this guy. Instead, I could refer you to a much better, much safer option. That being E.G. the blacksmith. He's a nice guy. He reads. He's a part of I believe, the Ronnie the Witch quest line, you know. He's a really fun, colorful character. You'll really like him. You'll have to wait until after you beat Godric at the Stormville Castle, which, you know, might be pretty difficult without upgrading your weapon, but trust me, you don't want to even attempt to upgrade your weapon with the round table hold blacksmith. He's no good. You do not want that guy. Alright, he's just absolutely terrible. Alright, here it is. Number 1, the final piece of advice that I have for you. Number 1, kill the dumb pot guy. Now you might be thinking, Chiz, everyone loves this guy. He's awesome, he's so cool, he's so nice and cool. That may be true. He may look charming, but do not let looks deceive you. This guy's an idiot. He gets you nothing but trouble, and he also, I've heard that when talking to him, some people end up losing their runes, and it's really no good. This guy, he looks nice, he seems wholesome, but trust me, pal, you do not want to trust him. Because, I mean, honestly, who would? Like, why would you? It's complete utter nonsense. I don't know why you would. Because you know what? In my personal opinion, and you may want to avert your eyes for this, his fans look a little something like this. That's right. That's what they look like. His fans love Marvel movies. They collect Funko Pops. They love the sequels to Star Wars. They are just the worst. You don't want to like these guys. You don't want to like the pot guy either, because the pot guy is just no good. Just plain no good. Well, this has been fun. Informing the masses of what to do in Elden Ring. But sadly, this is the end of the presentation. I really, really, really hope you guys enjoyed. I worked pretty hard on this for like an hour or two. I feel proud of myself. This was a great presentation. I did really good. I really hope I was able to inform you guys and help you on your journeys through the lands between. And I really hope you enjoy this video. This is the Chiz Lord saying goodbye for now. Goodbye. Bye.